TikTok. Okay. Thought I should do a quick video about the proper meeting etiquette. Okay. Been seeing a lot of crazy things. I go to a bunch of different meetings. I see a lot of crazy stuff taking place in these meetings. Let's talk about it.
You got one for AA and CA? Because it's different. But anyway, go ahead.
This is for every meeting. Okay.
They different.
No. When I first got here, I was taught that the meetings is my classroom, right? It's only an hour and a half at the most out of my day where I could possibly hear something that can help me through this addiction, help me save my own life. So when I go into a meeting, like, it's important. I usually sat in the front, okay? Because when I'm in the back, I can't hear. They talking, they on their phones.
What they call the back row.
They call them the half measure people.
Right, the half measure section.
A lot of people don't like that, especially if they be sitting in the back row.
Sit up front. Hey, you wouldn't even hear me in the back row if I said it.
Yeah,
so that's the half measure section.
So I would sit up front simply because if this is my classroom, I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. Like, whatever meeting I end up at is because God wants me to hear something specific at this meeting.
And I'm easily distracted. So if I'm looking down on everybody, I'm looking at everybody come through the door, people playing on their phones, all different kind of stuff. But I'm sitting in the front row, it's less distractions, and I can focus on what's being said.
Right. And so I would be highly offended sitting in a meeting and the person next to me go to talking to me. I don't even look at them. I'd be like this. And because I can't miss, just my luck, I'll turn and say something to the person next to me, and I've been to miss what God wanted me to come here to hear.
Yeah, I'm already distracted in the first place. You ever go to a meeting and somebody say something good in the first 5 minutes and you be trying to remember it, and now you ain't listening to shit else because you don't want to forget what you heard.
Right.
And you want to comment. But yeah, so you're right. Yeah, we get there half an hour early.
Get there early.
That's for a couple of reasons. First of all, I might need to talk.
That's
or
right.
Somebody might need to talk to me. If you ever go to a meeting and see people come in at the last minute, they scrambling trying to find a seat.
Yep.
And it's hard sometimes to unwind. You just getting out the car, getting off work, getting off the bus. So if you get there early, you get a chance to get a good seat and sit there and unwind, talk to somebody, or somebody might want to talk to you. But the worst thing is people get there right before the meeting starts and ask if they could talk to me. I'll be like, no.
No, the meeting about to start.
Yeah.
Like what? Like, I've been here 45 minutes. You had plenty of time to talk to me if you wanted to talk. Not only that, I got time to get coffee, use the bathroom, and smoke a cigarette. Okay, because I need to be respectful and sit for the whole ride. Now, some people have medical issues and they can't sit for the whole ride. They got to go to the bathroom. That's different. I'm talking about being attentive and spending this whole hour with my mind open, listening, paying attention. Here's one of the craziest things I see people doing right now in meetings. The phone will ring. They'll answer the actual phone in the meeting.
And say, I'm in a meeting, I'm going to call you
I'm in
back.
a meeting, I'm going to call you back. That is the first of all, I was taught to put my phone on vibrate. And if I'm one of them OCD people that can't stand to hear the vibrate or feel the vibrate without looking, it need to be cut off.
You need to cut it off.
Period.
No matter if it's an emergency, you ain't going to be able to do nothing within this hour.
Exactly. There's nothing I can do to help this person or whatever is going on within the next hour. Okay, whatever is going on gonna still be going on when this meeting is over. But this is truly my classroom and I need to treat it that way. Answering the phone in the meeting, telling a person you in the meeting, diabolical, man. It's crazy. It's insane. Okay, stop doing it, people. First of all, I need to be setting an example as well for the newer members. And for our newer members, they need to know, like, my whole family know if they call me and they don't get a respond at all, I'm usually in a meeting because I'm not looking at my phone. I'm not touching my phone in a meeting. Okay. The other thing is, we kind of covered all them.
You made a list?
Yeah, I made a little list.
Well, let's talk about this. When Bill Wilson first started AA, he wrote a pamphlet. And in his pamphlet, he said the purpose of an AA meeting is the teachings of the 12 steps. So if you haven't worked the 12 steps, you should not be behind the podium and you should not be commenting. How are you going to tell us about a program that you haven't worked? Even if you've done 5 steps, it's not a 5-step program. So in our circle, we don't believe that if you haven't worked the 12 steps, you shouldn't lead. It doesn't matter if you have a year. You don't need a year to lead. You need the application of the 12 steps. So that's very important. The other thing is that according to how it works, it says our stories disclose in a general way what we used to be like, and then there's a comma. So the general or the shortest part of any speech that I give should be the part about getting high. The more important part is what happened. What was the conclusion I came to that made me want to stop? And then the most important part of any comment or any lead is what I do on a daily basis to share the results of my life change. And so if you haven't applied the 12 steps to your life, you shouldn't be behind the podium and you shouldn't be commenting. Just be quiet. You'll get an opportunity.
Absolutely, and that's important for a few different reasons. And you may disagree, and maybe you were taught differently. That's fine. Keep following the people that you set up under. But the truth is, what I learned about being quiet, new in recovery in a meeting, not commenting until I get to 10, 11, and 12, and actually applying these steps to my life on a daily basis, was that these people were stopping me from sounding like a fool. They were stopping me from embarrassing myself, standing up, just sharing an insanity, because we all could relate to the insanity part. But do I have a working knowledge of the 12 steps? Do I know how to handle these situations which used to baffle me? And if I don't, then I probably should be listening. Okay, so they taught me not to comment at all at a lead meeting until I got to 10, 11, and 12. And when I would be sitting in the meeting and hear somebody stand up that's got 2-3 weeks sober and comment, I understood exactly why I was supposed to be sitting down, being quiet.
Yeah, because a lot of our new people don't even know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
They think that we just sharing a bunch of drunk stories, and that falls on the responsibility of the people that stand behind the podium. I'm not supposed to be, listen, how is this the greatest thing that ever happened to you and you're going to spend 45 minutes telling us about your childhood? That's ridiculous, man. This the greatest thing ever happened to you and you ain't gonna spend no time telling us about it. And that's what happened when we go to a lot of meetings up here. And I guess that's how people were taught it. That's what people think that we do. They think that it's story time, man. We're not telling no bunch of stories. Only reason I'm sharing a story with you or any kind of information is to let you know I clean up well. Because I don't look like I ate out of the garbage, but I did. I don't look like I stole from my mother or, did a lot of things that I did, but I did. So I want to let you know that I qualify to be here, but the book even say it's brief. And people are spending a lot of time. They spend the whole time that they talking about getting
drunk.
high.
Yeah, talking about drunk. I need to highlight as well that, okay, he told y'all the qualifications of standing behind the podium, and whether you are a person that stood behind the podium with 3-4 months sober and you hadn't worked the steps or not, this is the truth. And it's sad to see people doing this, getting behind the podium to share the results of a 12-step program that they ain't even worked yet. But
I've been to a meeting and dude was talking about, man, this is a great program and da-da-da-da-da, and everybody was listening, and right before he sat down, he was like, and I'm about to do my 5th step Friday. Man, they tore his ass up, man. They like, you've been talking about a 12-step program and you only did 4?
Exactly.
Like, man, yeah, that's
not only that, far as leading go, the reason why he's telling you all, the proper way to lead is because I also only got so much time to hold these people attention. As a drug addict and alcoholic, my attention span is short. Mm-hmm. Even if you done said something slick after 30 minutes, you done lost the crowd. And you can even see it. Standing behind the podium, looking out into the audience, you can see people start shifting in their seats. They start getting up. They go into the bath.
And if you want them people to spend do all that story time, you'll still be on your first rattle.
Yeah.
When these they'll start getting ready. The mind can only absorb what the butt can withstand.
Yes.
So listen, man, I ain't trying to be held hostage. Get to the point, man, so we can get up out of here, especially if they knew they don't want to be here no way.
You want to sound great and do something good when you leave, man. Be brief and be seated, because I can guarantee you after 25 minutes, 30 minutes, you have lost the crowd.
I got something better for everybody listening. Check this out, man. They call time fillers. Mm-hmm. The reason why people tell all them long ass stories because they don't have enough recovery to share. So they start out with I remember my first rattle. Yeah. I remember my mother bought me a red sippy cup. You be like, man, we ain't never getting out of here. Yeah. One dude he was like, first of all, I was born at an early age. I said, Another dude say my mother left before I was born. My mother abandoned
what?
me. They're like, man, we ain't gonna never get out of here. But this video about to be too long. So,
No,
hey,
it's
listen,
only 10 minutes.
baby, we got to get in this meeting.
Oh, okay.
What
But
time
look,
it-
hold
look,
on.
is
It's something else I wanted to say about the lead-in. Not only do I got so much time to hold their attention, but he talked about sharing the results of a 12-step program. I spend 2 minutes at the most on the chaos of what it was like. I got a bunch of more than often I got some new people in the audience, and what they want to hear is what I do on a daily basis, not to pick that shit up.
Yeah.
They don't care. Everybody know how to get high. Well, that's why we here. That's why we in the meeting. Okay, but I want to hear, how do you prevent from picking it up when your father died, or when you lost your mother, or when you lost custody of your children, or when you lost your job? People need to know in real time what we do on a daily basis, not to pick up dope and alcohol. Nobody wants to hear a bunch of drunk-a-log stories. But like I said, a lot of people were taught different, and if you were taught that way, continue to follow your support group. This is not a judgmental video. This is just an enlightenment.
We judge you at the meeting.
No, no. But stop answering your phone in the meeting, talking about telling the person you in the meeting is crazy, y'all. Like crazy work.
Standing behind the podium,
like,
and not talking about the 12
yeah.
steps is crazy work.
All right, peace out. We going to a meeting where, y'all should be.